A year ago today, people around the world were shocked by the tragic deaths of President Kennedy. We here in Dallas, who were so close to it, were perhaps shocked most of all. I think, too, the people in Washington had this same kind of effect because they were, if anything, closer to the president than anyone else. But we were here where this thing happened, and of course, after we recovered from the immediate shock a little, it forced a certain pattern of self-examination to see what we could do to avoid any possible recurrence of this kind of thing in the future. Logically, it seemed to me then, and it does now, that our effort should be to build our city not necessarily into a bigger one, but always into a better one, to produce those elements of background education, of training, of discipline, of straightforward looking at the future as a goal to be achieved at high level throughout our efforts, that this sort of pattern developing would inhibit any future event of the kind that we had just experienced. Certainly, in retrospect, we know that the event was not one that was in any way connected with Dallas and its atmosphere. It was the act of one who had not lived here, but had moved in to take a very humble job for some 2 months prior to November 22nd. He was a known communist and one who obviously had a warped mind. And Dallas isn't like that. People here have balance, and they are the kind of folks who raise families, want them to have better opportunities, all those things that American families consider to be a better way of life and a broad concept of what better people should be. Now, this is the overall concept of America, that performance standards are what count, that no matter what color your skin pigmentation, you have the equal opportunity, that inherited privileges at a minimum. We believe these things. We try to make them come true. I think in my 30 years here, that's the way I've felt about our city. It's that kind of a place. It's good to its people, and its people do those things that of which we can justly be proud in the main.